Greetings. My name is Tillett. I am the author of a recently released book, Stop Falling for the Okie Doke: How the Lie of Race Continues to Undermine Our Country. Our corporate heading is Connecting the Dots, LLC, and our credo is Going Where the Facts Lead Us. With that in mind, I wanted to respond to some of the conversations happening concerning the NFL, Colin Kaepernick's protests concerning the treatment of some of our citizens of color in this country, and some of the typically intemperate and frankly kind of ignorant comments that we see coming from the president of the Electoral College. So first, we need to understand that this weaponizing of race in this country, and in this instance also the weaponizing of patriotism, is damaging our republic. One of the interesting things that I heard today on First Take on ESPN, and the discussion was very interesting, very enlightening, was they talked about, Max Kellerman talked about a tweet that he had seen about the United States flag and how our flag has been misused by our own Department of Defense and National Guard, etc. And it is routinely misused so that everyone is all hyper about the flag, and yet we don't even use the flag properly. I was not aware, but there is a U.S. flag code. And in the U.S. flag code, in Chapter 10, 10.176, and then there's several letters under it. And here's some of the things it says about how the flag should be used or displayed. The flag, Chapter 10.176, paragraph C, the flag shall never be laid flat or horizontally, but always aloft and free. So when we see these celebrations on football fields where they have members of the military surrounding the field and they have this large flag spread out, that goes against the U.S. flag code. Who knew there was one? But there is. 10.176D, the flag should never be used as wearing appeal, bedding, or drapery. How many people have we seen, or how many of us own some apparel that has the U.S. flag on it, a t-shirt, shorts, hats, whatever? That's illegal according to the U.S. flag code. Chapter 10.176I, the flag should never be used for advertising purposes in any manner whatsoever. So all of the July 4th sales that have flags displayed everywhere and throughout the year, when people use flags to try and show that they're patriotic, that also is incorrect. Chapter 10.176I, the flag should not be embroidered on such things as cushions or handkerchiefs and the like. We see that all the time. 176J, no part of the flag should ever be used as a costume or athletic uniform. We've seen that on helmets and jerseys and other things of that nature. 176I, subparagraph 3, or otherwise impressed on paper napkins or anything designed for temporary use and discard. So all the plates and napkins and everything else, cups that we will routinely use around the 4th of July and for other occasions like that, those are all improper uses of the flag. So now, with that in mind, all of this hype about quote-unquote disrespecting the flag, well, let me just speak as a person who served in the United States military, just retired this January 1st for 20 years. I'm a veteran of the United States military, son of a World War II veteran, grandson of a World War I veteran, great nephew of a Spanish-American War veteran. And I am not in the least wise offended by Colin Kaepernick's protest against the treatment of citizens of color in this country by taking a knee, not doing anything disrespectful, but taking a knee, which is actually sort of a posture of respect during the playing of the national anthem. And then here's the other thing we need to understand about the national anthem and how it is being misused as well. Prior to 2009, most NFL players didn't even stand for the anthem Many were in the locker room at the time. But it was a marketing strategy to have athletics to become more patriotic. And so the Department of Defense has spent $5.4 million between 2011 and 2014 to pay for these patriotic displays at games. The National Guard spent $6.4 million between 2013 and 2015 to support military recruitment activities that were budgeted items. So these are our tax dollars going to professional sports leagues so that they can then have these patriotic displays and the flags and the troops around the stadiums and all of that. I certainly, as a member of the military, do not object to the military receiving a pat on the back and some recognition, but the fact that it has been something that the military pays for, it's not even the team saying, we'll do this and we'll pay for it and invite your troops to come. We're paying to be there. So with all of this in view, now we have the weaponizing of patriotism. Unless you think the way I think and unless you believe the way I believe, there's something wrong with you. And there's something wrong with that. But of course, right now we're in this fact-free era in America where everything is divided along, it's a very binary discussion. It's either this or that, and never the twain shall meet. That's a problem. And so I just wanted to lift up some of these facts and say, people, we need to stop falling for the okie doke. We need to stop allowing people to intentionally manipulate us and get us all ginned up and riled up about things that really, if we take the time to learn more about it, are not that significant. And on this day, excuse me, the 25th of September, the anniversary of the passing of the Bill of Rights to the United States Constitution, September 25th, 1789, let us try to honor, as a form of patriotism, let's honor what the Constitution says about freedom of speech and protest and things of that nature, and then try to have a more civil discussion that honors the country that we say we all love. Thank you. This is Stephen Tillett, over and out. Talk to you soon.